Zidane Danny, Electro Ninja here, and welcome back to Electro Ninja's Lab. It's time for another live stream of Final Fantasy XIV, and we are going to be finishing some side quests actually, because apparently I completely forgot about freaking Living Memory. Um, yeah, I don't know how I did that, but apparently I forgot about Living Memory, and that's like the only that's the last area that needs to be completed when it comes to side quests. Um, which is also pretty good because of the fact that at this point in time, I've completed most of the quests. So yeah, we're gonna do that, and then after we've done that, we're gonna go ahead and finish up Mystic Eye of Few and all that jazz. Um, so yeah, we will have finished every single side quest, hopefully by the end of the day. As well as we're gonna be just doing whatever. My current goal is to get everybody up to 100. I don't think that that's going to be possible, considering the fact that we still have Dark Knight still at 90, Astrologian at 94. Paladin, I think, is going to get to 100 today, because there's just very little that is stopping me. Um, so, yeah. Like, honestly, probably one good Alliance raid could do it. So, I'm not 100% certain on that, but I think that'll work. So here, let's do a quick test. Let's see if that works. I think that should get me pretty close. If not, I'll way up there. Bum 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 bum. Wow, I'm surprised that this is taking as long as it is. Usually, lance rates are practically instant for tanks and healers, especially since it's right after it's first thing in the morning, uh, right after reset. But you know, bada bing. And I think we will go ahead and grab some hunts um, in a bit here. Yeah, I think I'm going to grab the hunts before I go to Living Memory. Just so that we can get them done. But yeah. And I think we're going to focus on Astrologian for the side quest. Because I think Paladin should get up to max. Like I said, probably just from possibly from just doing the Alliance raid. It really depends on which one it is. And also I am out of food, so that might be a little bit more tricky than I think it is. probably also check to see what this one is. Corpse Hall. Oh, this one should be really easy. Okay. And I don't have that, right? Yeah, no. Okay. Cool. We'll deal with that in a sec. I completely forgot about that. Complete. And that did not get me to 95. I was hoping that would get me to 95. Guess it didn't. Oh well. Alright. Back to Tuliolo. We're going to grab our hunts really quick. And then after that we will go ahead and do the side quest. We'll go ahead and finish up side quests. So, one thing that I did look into a little bit is that technically there are a lot of side quests that I have yet to complete. It's just a lot of those require you to do a lot of other things first, such as obviously there's one that will give there's certain ones that come from doing certain things. And those are probably the hardest ones to get done. Memory. Okay. Just because of the fact that you have to collect a lot of things in order to do them. Such as, just for an example, there's a quest to get that card mount, but that requires you to get cards 1 through 312, I think, or something like that. Which, granted, I've gotten a lot of them, but still, there's a lot of cards. A lot of these cards just require you to do so much. So, yeah. Like, where is it? Is it? Yeah. So basically, right here. So I think it's pretty much everything between here and between the beginning and Shadowbringers cards. I could be wrong, but I think that's what it is. All right. Speaks to the steps of the speaker. That's over here. Pineapple. So one in Yesterland. One over here. So the one spot that I don't have a side quest in is where the one. Okay. Do I really not have any side quests over here? I could have sworn there was one over there. Guess not. Alright. I'm honestly surprised how many quests there are in this area. Is it a... Okay, here we go. I recognize you from the founding celebration. If I'm not the only one who got left behind, then maybe, just maybe, he'll still... I'm looking for my brother, you see. The two of us were hardly ever apart, which is why I'm starting to think I'll be stuck here until we're reunited. But with Yesterland like this, I'm worried about overlooking something. Would you mind coming with me? If you're able to help, just say the word. Oh, this is gonna be chaos. Okay. Hopefully we won't have too much of an issue. The first my ring was great. It was so fun to ride, and beautiful too, especially when it was all lit up. Seeing it always used to make me happy. Some of the naughty kids used to have competitions to see how far they could launch their shoes while they were riding it. Once someone accidentally sent their shoe flying right into Otis while he was on patrol. You should see the look on you should have seen the look on his face. It's strange seeing this place so empty now. No signs of my brother either. We should take a look near the entrance wheels next. I think it's funny that this is considered the entrance wheels. Because obviously we don't come in through this entrance. Oh, Esperance. Sorry. I misread that. I can't read. What are you talking about? I'm dyslexic. Oh, cutscene. I remember a game some of us used to play here. Two people would split up and ride on opposite wheels. Then when the cabins got close enough, we would reach out and try to link hands. It was quite the stretch, and you had to do all that while the cabins were moving. It's a miracle none of us got hurt. Apparently, any pair that pulled it off would share an unbreakable bond. I was always a bit skeptical, though. Still, part of me wishes I'd given it a try with my brother. Speaking of, there's no sign of him either. I mean, there's no sign of anyone. I thought he might have wandered this way to get a glimpse of the wheels up close, but I should have known better. No doubt he'd rather be tinkering with a cerulean engine than taking in the sights. You have cerulean in Alexandria as well? Well, don't tell me you're from Tuliolo too. I could have sworn I saw someone just like you when I was getting on the train that day. Does that mean you found a way of getting through the barrier after I died? Oh. Come to think of it, there was another familiar face during the performance at the castle. That was Val Wilmot with you, wasn't it? I wonder why I didn't realize it at the time. Okay, so he is Tuliolon. Sorry, this is a lot to take in. If you have news from the outside world, pray tell me all you know. I see. Ever since we were children, my brother and I have always been inseparable. When Dawn Servant Kona first brought Ceruleum to Tural, we both marveled at its potential, and together helped develop the dirigible technology that our society came to rely on. So too were we charmed by the railroads of Shaloni, but on that fateful day we parted ways. Since then I've only known the confines of the dome. When Val Lamont took the stage with you, she appeared as much as she did in the day of the Ascension ceremony, and as a living person, no less. Might I ask how Tuliol fares? The people are still getting used to the new Dawn Servants. Hardly any time has passed beyond them. I think I'll go with that. The day I boarded the train, my brother decided to stay behind in Shaloni to inspect the facilities to come nearby. If the world outside the dome is much the same, wow. Yeah, I'm not surprised. We're not. There was some. I should. I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to get in there. Fuck. Oh, thank God. Somebody else withdrew. There we go. Phew. Almost didn't make that. Thank goodness someone else didn't. But yeah. That was a sad story. Fuck. Yay. You know, I'm kind of surprised I've yet to face Mika the Magical Mew. I think it's just because it just hasn't spawned whenever I've been on. But I don't know. No! Why? Why is it always this one? I don't have any food on me, do I? No. Of course I don't. That would make too much sense. That face on that Makote is just so sad. Yeah. If this had been the Endwalker one, I think this would have been perfect, but I think that would get me up to 100. The way it is, I don't think it's gonna. It might get me to pretty high on 99, but I don't think it's gonna get me to 100. We'll have to wait and see. You want me to tank? I don't really. Alright, we are in blue right now. We will need to swap. I think it's so funny it's so funny to me that people are like really I've heard a lot of people say that they want a ranged tank, and I'm just like, after playing as all of the tanks for a good while actually, I don't really understand that, because like you're probably going to be the closest person there is, and like all of the classes do actually have like some aspects of them that will allow you to basically be to do some range stuff, but you're hardly ever far enough away that you need to worry about that. what? Just in case, we're gonna go ahead and put on the Asmiring, or whatever it's fucking called. But yeah, I think like Paladin and Gunbreaker are probably the closest ones to being ranged because they have the most abilities that are ranged. And honestly, I don't, like I said, I keep saying, like I said earlier, I don't think that it really matters. I don't know why people think that it should. Save my... Well... Yeah, I think it should hit should hit that sooner rather than later. Wait, what is that weapon that he has? Oh, it's the... Oh, it's the Lunar Envoy. Oh, okay, that makes sense. I have to look into the Lunar Envoy stuff. Yeah, all of this is level 1. He's wearing level 1 stuff. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-dee-ba-doo. It's not giving me too much experience, but I think that it, I don't know. Here's hoping that it will give me some more, but I don't think it's going to do much. Alright, we deal with ads. I can't freaking deal with this. Bum 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 bum. Hmm. Cool. Thank you for that, whoever did that. Wow, we really damaged that guy. Holy crap. If I'm remembering correctly. No. Yep, there it is. Alright, nice. Yeah. Alright, leave this place. Cool. So that takes care of that. I'm now officially 99, which means we can go ahead and clip that. Alright. 99. Only one more level to go. Ooh. Let's see here. If we do I think if we do a leveling, that should finish it. And then we'll do the rest. I think the rest will be going through, yeah. The rest should be good to do through either Dark Knight or Astrologian. Which will be nice, because once Astrologian is done, then Dark Knight can be the only one that we need to work on. And I have no idea which one is going to be which. Which one's going to... I have actually... Yeah, I'm not certain which one will be first for whenever getting done. I imagine it will probably be the other one. I don't know. I imagine it will probably be Astrologian will be first, but we will see. Oh, fuck. I did not expect to enter Hakoi Manor. Dang. It's been a long ass time since I did this one. Yeah, this is so freaking early. Holy crap. Did they make this easier? Where's the key? How do we not have the key? Did they change this? Because it used to be, like, right there. Oh, I guess they did change it. Fucking hell. Is it obvious I haven't done this one in a while? get the key. Ignore that one. Intervene is such a late level ability. Oh, did they make this simpler? I think they made this simpler. Okay, then we need to go through, I believe, yeah. This shit correctly, I think it's this way. I don't think they made it simpler. I don't think they did. Which is weird, because this is like one of those dungeons that a lot of people get confused about. Like, I know that they changed it so that you don't have to use your return in order to get back. They just have the shortcut now. But yeah, that's so much easier now. I think they changed this fight as well, like just a little bit. I don't think it's much though. Because I know they changed the chamber. I know they changed this realm. So close. Just barely not 100. That sucks. That stinks. Just barely not 100. Hi. Fine. I like honestly, if it had been probably anything higher, it probably would have actually done something. I don't. That's the problem with getting a Q for such a low level dungeon. Fuck. All right. I don't know. Probably maybe a normal raid will be good enough. I don't know. I don't think it will be. Oh. Mm. I think we will go for the Sith Black. There I was, beginning to think that I was the only one left. Perhaps you'd like to join me for a moment or two. This place was once something of an unending dream, but by all appearances, the reverie is finally over, and well, to put it simply, I've been desperate to talk with someone. If you feel like stretching your legs, why don't you come and find me by the bridge here in the blooms of discovery? Ah, I'm glad you came. I'll get straight to it. How familiar are you with the nation of Lindblum? Let's famed for manufacturing fearsome weapons, or are they not? Precisely. Alexandria fought with it. Oh, fuck. Okay. Okay. Do you want to do this, dude, or do you want me to? Guess I'm doing it. Oh, and of course the sage is viewing the cutscene. Like, it's not the end of the world, it's just kind of funny. Sage, you gonna put on the thing? There you go. Fucking, I didn't realize where I was. Damn it. I was zoned out. fuck. That's right. I keep forgetting this one. That part. That's the part that confuses the shit out of me. And of course that wasn't. Ay. I think it's so weird that like minions and stuff that they've done for this. Yeah, I don't know. All right, let's do a high level dungeon. Fuck it. Yeah, I'm aware. I'm aware that one of my gear pieces is noticeably low. Alright. Alright. There it is. Okay. bum 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 bum. Boss fight. The fuck? There we go. Do 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 do. All right, time to face Fenrir. I still think it's so funny that Fenrir is, for here, it's an ice deity, but I think it's interesting that in Alexandria it's a earth thing. Just something to think about, and it's kind of the Fenrir as a whole, as a summon, is kind of interesting anyways, because in each of the Final Fantasies, it's either ice or earth, but never both. So, I don't know, I just think it's weird. Oops. I'm an idiot. Fuck. Fuck. There we go. But yeah, like, I'm thinking about it, and like, in 16, Fenrir is an ice. It is ice. Kind of a weird ice-earth hybrid type thing. In this, it's in Final Fantasy 14. Obviously, there's this one that is ice, but then frickin' what's his name has the Earth one. The guy from Alexandria, the last boss of the whatchamacallit. There we go. Nice. Boop, 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 and ba-doom. There we go. There we go. Frickin' finally. Update. Alright, so now we just have Dark Knight and Astrologian. Alright. So we are going to go ahead and just first off finish up these quests. I think that is a reasonable thing to do. We'll do that as Astrologian, and then once all these quests are done, then we will go ahead and queue for the rest of our shit. Let's continue. Now, in many ways, a nation can be viewed as a culmination of technology and culture. I wonder where your interests lie. It's hard to pick one over the other. That's often the case, is it not? I apologize for putting you on the spot. Lindblum was always revered for its technological prowess. After all, this was the nation that revolutionized travel with the innovation of the air cab and the airship. Designs that combined magic and machine to remarkable effect. Despite such advancements, they held dear to time-honored traditions, among them the hunt. The festival, frenzied violence, saw city streets awash with blood of fiends, intentionally released as a sport for brave warriors seeking to prove their skills. Yep, I remember doing that. A nation on its forefront of technological innovation, yet steeped in the wild vestiges of its past. An interesting duality, I'm sure you'll agree. Lest we get too comfortable standing here, I suggest we make for the Ley Note Arrow to finish up our discussion. Okay. Hello. I'm sure you have your reasons for being here, just as I have mine. Despite that, you chose to humor this old woman, and for that you have my thanks. I've always had a wonderful time. I've had a wonderful time talking with you. You might have gathered but in my past life I taught history. When the time came to retire, I stayed true to my passions and began to study my family's past. As I traced my lineage back through the generations, I made quite the startling discovery. One of my ancestors was originally from Lindblum. She had made her way to Alexandria around the time of the storm surge. The war broke out not long after she married. As far as I could glean from the records, instead of returning to her native land, she remained in Alexandria for the rest of her life. When I discovered my connections to Lindblum, I pledged to learn more of our longtime foe. Although records were scarce, I dedicated what time I had left to my research, determined that at the very least I would remember the nation's fate. If it's not too much to ask, I'd love to hear your thoughts about everything I've told you. That's what I'd give to take part in one of those Lindblum hunts. Oh, yes. I imagine a gallant adventurer like yourself would prove quite the worthy hunter. I must apologize. Knowing that this would be my last lecture, I got a little carried away, but I simply had to share this with someone. Little did I know that I'd be blessed with such an enthusiastic student. You're a kind soul indeed. May the time you have left here prove fruitful and fulfilling. Yeah. These last few quests here in Living Memory are just so, I don't know what the right word is, but yeah. Okay. Hello. I don't think I've seen you before. I'm here to collect all sorts of leaves and flowers, just like my hero. I was looking for plants to add to my collection when a fiend burst out of the bushes and chased me away. I've only just caught my breath. I know it's a lot to ask, but would you mind helping me out? Sure. I'm looking for Nephaleta fronds, uh, sleeves, and some banana leaves. You should be able to find everything nearby. Okay. I'm glad that at least some of this stuff is not like fake and that it's actual real plants and shit. But it also makes me wonder, like, I don't know. I don't know. There's all sorts of weird shit going on here. You're back. Did you find everything? Boop, boop, boop. Here you go. Well, thank you so much. I'm annoyed I couldn't do it alone, but thanks to you, my living memory plant collection is complete. Have you heard of Nephaleta? People take the fronds of them and use them to brew a nice warming tea. One of my books says that travelers and merchants used to drink it all the time before the war. Apparently, the second type of leaf I asked you to get, Uranaris, is really bitter. I heard they used it in a lot of old Alexandrian dishes. People must have had different tastes back then. And then there's the banana leaves. In Tyrol, they use the leaves to wrap different kinds of fillings before cooking them. I've never tried it personally, but that's what my hero told me. I suppose I should tell you a little bit about her. She had the loveliest long ears. Oh, no. No! It's Kapkiwa, fuck. Loveliest long ears and used to talk with me all the time in Heritage Found. I remember she once laughed at me for calling her Miss. She said she wasn't as young as I thought. She knew how much about plants and she knew so much about plants and animals, and she'd tell me all kinds of amazing stories about her travels. And I still remember when she said to me, discovering new species is my life's work. I heard that and decided I'd make it my life's work too. But when I told her I wanted to go on an adventure, she said to wait until I was older and wiser, and ready to stand on my own 2 feet. Well, after that, I got sick, and in the end, I guess I wasn't being realistic. I was so obsessed with the idea of collecting new plants and finding all sorts of amazing trees that I forgot about my health. I've always been frail, you see. I wanted to visit Clara, too. You know, the place named this museum. They named this museum after. I read that the town was built atop a giant tree, protected by swirling sandstorms. Apparently, it's on the same continent as Alexandria. Speaking of giant trees, have you ever seen any? Yeah, I'll talk about the Griffith. Whoa, I've never heard about that place. You must be a traveler, just like my hero. I'd given up on my idea of going on a big adventure, but after hearing your stories, I can't bear the thought of not living out my dream. Just you wait, one day I'll see the world and all it has to offer. After all, there's so much more out there than my books could ever tell me. Oh, fuck. Yeah, these these are challenging. All right, last quest. Oh wait, this was. What did this require again? This just grade 2 orchestron and enchanted platinum ink. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and craft this really quick. This is an alchemy. We're gonna craft this really quick. Bop, bop, bop. All right. Why can't I change jobs at this time? That's weird. Okay. Welcome to the medical collection. Forgive me for being so forthright, but I don't suppose I could ask you for a small favor. The facility's medical history texts were formerly available on loan, but several borrowers have disappeared and are no longer able to return their books. I was hoping you'd be able to help collect the outstanding monographs. Eventually, I too will be erased, and I can't imagine the collection will receive any more visitors. Nevertheless, a vast wealth of knowledge is contained within these walls, and I have every faith that it will prove useful to someone someday. Hence my determination to ensure that no document is left behind. I shall search the northern side of town and ask that you check the southern terrace. If you find any books that relate to medical history, I'd be grateful if you could bring them back to me. Joy. boy. Okay. The technique of stimulating the body with electrical energy, however, concerns corporeal aetherics imbalance, not least many of whom disapprove of the technique. A thorough study into the potential side effects of electrical treatments is clearly warranted. The appearance of electrope has triggered a profound transformation in Alexandrian medicine. Indeed, it would be no exaggeration to suggest that they were on the cusp of a new epoch. Though it would be premature to dismiss the continued importance of time-honored arts such as herbology and healing magics, we must be aware that any advances made via the application of electrope are bound to foster new techniques. When the etheric imbalance occurs within the body, a number of issues present themselves. The overabundance of lightning energy can adversely affect sight and other senses, eventually leading to paralysis. Due to the environmental changes that occurred 400 years ago, Queen Sphene herself reportedly suffered from an imbalance towards lightning energy, ultimately succumbing to her affliction. Perhaps because of this, efforts to establish a viable treatment have historically been approached with a degree of haste. Alright, and this will be the last quest. Excellent timing. I've just returned from my research. Were you able to recover any documents? Yep. Wonderful. These were the last outstanding monographs. I can't begin to thank you enough. The Dargo Medical Collection has always been dedicated to archiving and exhibiting the medical history of the entire continent. As well as tomes and treatises, the facility is home to a whole host of artifacts, including old curios and medical automata. Alas, I'm now the only remaining archivist, and the doors of the collection have been closed to prevent the ingress of fiends. You strike me as more of a more recent arrival. I would love to hear what you know of modern medical techniques. Certain conditions remain incurable. I see. Perhaps you speak of the ill effects of the etheric imbalance. It saddens me to hear that no major breakthroughs have been made by your time. The history of medicine is never-ending. An ailment is discovered, a treatment is devised, new techniques lead to new diagnoses, and a new diagnosis requires treatment, much like the cycle of rain to river, the sea to clouds. Technological progress flows ever onwards. As techniques advance, so too does medicine, and the incurable afflictions of the present are consumed to the past. My duty is to catalog these trials and tribulations, that the knowledge may spur the next breakthrough. Nothing could fill me with more pride. which is why I plan to maintain the collection until the very moment I disappear. Please accept my heartfelt thanks for everything you've done for the... So we're not even gonna see if she disappears. She fades away. So yeah. Now this place is really empty. Fuck. Oh, yeah. That's... yeah. So much fun. Just... so much. Just... I don't know. Alright. Let's go... really quick. I want to see what the new ability is. I think it's just it finishes off this. Bum 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 bum. Ba-da-ba-dee-oh. Wasn't there? Yeah, there's it. Okay. Pretty sure it just adds an ability, right? Oh no. Okay, so it's basically just a extra ability that after you've completed everything. That's interesting. I assume like if you fail to do it, then it might not be as good, but I don't know. Okay. Alright. This place just feels so empty. I'm kind of glad that I finished this first when it came to... for various reasons. Okay. To Gridania for a sec. Mm-hmm. Oh, and there we go. Alright, we are going to check this in a sec. Or actually, we might be able to still look at it. Okay, let's see here. We're not going to worry about that one yet. Okay, so we have titanium, gold ore, and Shaloni oil seeds. That's in Yasalani. Let's do the other thing. Okay, we'll look at the other thing in a sec. I imagine it's probably in either living memory or heritage found. Ba-bum, ba-bum, ba-bum. Alright. So this will probably get me to series level 18, is my guess. Possibly higher, but I don't think it's going to go all. Yeah. Bum, bum, ba-dum. Got some people going there. I will go towards the mid. Hmm. Bum ba dum ba ba dum. So this will definitely get me to 95 on Astrologian. Isn't a Wyver already a mount? Or am I crazy? I might be. Maelstrom is gonna win at this point in time. I'm like 90% sure. And they fought over the mid till the end of their days. I just want to fuck with them. I really don't give a shit about that, about the mid. But fucking with them is so much fun. Occasionally just tossing in a freaking comment is just, yes. Dagnabbit. Yeah, they're focusing so much on mid. I don't think mid's ever going away. I really don't. I think, like, people are too concerned with it. Like, it's just a frickin' one team gives up, another team starts wanting it. And it's mostly like red and blue who are fighting over it. And they seem to think that this is like the most important one, and it's really not. And like a few of ours seem to be thinking that too. Oh, maybe Red's gonna claim it because Blue's focused too much. Oh, someone finally claimed the mid. Okay, how nice. Oh, and of course, Red claimed that one because we were too distracted. That sucks. Oh, fuck. Of course mid is gonna be gold. We cannot afford to let yellow take that one. Unfortunately, Maelstrom is going to win no matter what we do, because apparently there's... Yeah, there it is. Victory goes to Red. Oh well. Not the end of the world. But that should, if I'm remembering correctly. Yep, that got me to 18. Good. We will go ahead and grab that. And then I think, yep, got me to 95. And we can actually get rid of some shit. Mm-hmm. We do not want to get rid of that yet. We will desynth this. Alright, let's see here. Get rid of that. We actually like that, so we will keep that. Get rid of those. Get rid of those. Alright. Get rid of that. That. And that's it currently. Alright. Okay. So titanium gold ore, that is in Shaloni. Really? Okay, I did not think that was in Shaloni. So that's in Shaloni. Is this also in... I think... Yeah, this is in Shaloni over here. So let's go ahead and then... start off with this. Before we go too far, we are going to go ahead and... Can I... Yeah, you are. There is an independent merge. Good. Bop, 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 bop. Okay, not going to worry about that right now. Switch to you. Go gather some shit. Of course it doesn't. See, that's one thing that I kind of wish was going on with that. Okay. So, boop. 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 One. How did I obtain nothing? I have never obtained nothing at that high of a thing. Cool. That's fine. Alright, switch to miner. Head into the corner. This might... Oh, no, it's not going to get him up to 95. Or 93, whatever the fuck I am. Yeah, 95. I was right. I'm not completely losing it. Let's see here. Crafting and gathering. I am not getting that right now. I don't. No, fuck it. We're getting that. Alright, cool. Bop. Bop. Oh, okay, and that's not gonna. Why are you too far away? Explosion. Bop. What is the Shaloni thing here? Ah, okay. Okay. So while we're doing this, Guild Heist, even though we really don't need it. Guild Heist suck. Like, yeah. Yeah, okay, so it might get me. Alright, so then we go up here. And we kill one of these things. Is it just one or is it two? It's two. again. Alright, so that does take care of those Shaloni. We do still need to get these guys taken care of, which they're over here. Slow load, slow load. It's the loading screen, it's the loading screen. I can't believe this guy is struggling with loading screens. There he is. I guarantee that this is probably going to take less time than it did for him to load. I actually had to heal a little bit. Usually I get the one that's like extremely freaking easy, so. There we go. Perfect. Alright. Alright. Now we go find these doodads. And then we'll do a guild heist, or not a guild heist, main scenario, I think. Bum 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 bum. Perfect. Alright, let's go back to Yasalani. Get that done really quick. And then we will queue for, like I said, I think we'll queue for the main scenario. I might as well do that as Dark Knight, and then we'll see. I think at that point we can basically do anything. These guys are over here, right? I think they're over here. Theologian. Let me see here. Okay, so this is a an extra Helios thing, and then we also get Star Sign, which I do not. I think that's from Neutral Sect, right? Yeah. Okay, so we've got this guy's up here, and then we've got that guy there, and then the other two things are in the forest. Oh, that's it? I thought there would be more for those. Guess I'm crazy. Bum 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 bum. Oh, I missed one? Oh. How many? Total 346. Okay, so I've got quite a few, actually. Bum 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 bum. Alright. I haven't tanked as a Dark Knight in a while, so hopefully this goes well. Granted, it is the lower level one, so it shouldn't be that bad. It's the easy one. Yay! How nice. Perfect. You know, maybe if you brought them closer to me, I wouldn't be having to chase after you. Okay. Okay. Do. And done. Cool. Bum ba bum 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 bum. All right, and final boss. To be honest, I was kind of for the treasure map. I was kind of hoping that would be a level that it would be a single person one, so I could just take care of it. But yeah, it's whatever. Mm-hmm. I think there should be a version of these that is only for people who have fully completed it. I think that might be helpful, because a lot of times the only people who are coming in here have already finished this. Clearly, every single person here has finished this in this group here. Because I think yeah, this person clearly is over. Clearly, all of them are over 100. This person has clearly done the stuff for the Whatchmanidle. So I don't know. It's weird. I don't know. Okay. Really, that didn't get me to 91. I'm surprised. Okay, so we did high level leveling. So I think trial is the last thing that we need to do today. Yeah. Okay. So we did. So that's in Cosmouka. So this guy is down there. This guy is down there. Okay, yeah. I know which ones these are. Okay. How many of these things do I need to kill again? 2? Okay. Switch to Astrologian. Butterflies are, where are they again? They're over here. What am I thinking? And 3 of these, right? Yeah. Alright.
weary souls in my bosom. I shall free you from your hate. Surrender to bliss. Do not your souls weigh heavy? Your souls are stained.
And there we go.
I shall free you from your hate.
Perfect. Okay. Oh, cool. Recommend. Alright, we need one more of these freaking guys. Oops, wrong class. Okay, perfect. And we go after the frogs. And I think, like I said, I think that is everything. Yeah, everything that can give experience. And I'm not too concerned with doing the max level stuff right now, because reasons. But I will actually, because I'm looking at this now, I'm gonna go ahead and queue for another alliance, just so I can get some more tomestones, and then that should be able to get me my second weapon. There's the frogs. Okay, so those beetles, I believe, are over here. I can't remember where exactly. There's that. So this Alliance raid should get me to 91, I think. Well, there's a chance. If it's a low level one, then it's not gonna do that. Oh, really? So yeah, I think some things that they should do. Number one, put Bahamut stuff into the normal raids, and then they should also make an extreme and savage roulettes, and it will just not include the most recent stuff. Like the current expansion, not just like the because yeah, and that way it will actually make it easier for people who are like trying to get into these things to actually learn how to do them. Especially extremes. I think extremes make the most sense to allow you to do them. Keep on trekking, keep on trekking, keep on trekking, trekking. Bum ba bum ba ba bum bum. Fuck. I don't know. Weirdness, bizarreness. Bum ba dum ba dum bum bum. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna get me to 91. I really don't, because yeah, as much as I would like it to. All right, is it? There's yeah, 2 more spots, 2 more fights. I can't even remember what they are. I know that this one's the annoying one. The slime guy or whatever. Why is this? Why am I bleeding? Why is everyone bleeding, actually? That's a good question. Bum ba dum ba dum bum bum. That's right. Here's the kid. Oh. Wait, who's our third tank? Gunbreaker. Oh, it was over there, that's why. What the hell? I wonder why Echidna immediately decided to attack me instead of like the other ones. The fuck? I turned away. What the hell? And there we go. Pass. And just get the fuck out of here. Leave. Nice. Alright. So, with that, I can now get my last weapon. And we are just gonna go ahead and finish up this really quick, and then that is where I'm going to go ahead and call the stream for the day. But yeah, it was I was expecting the stream to be a lot longer than it was, which, whatever. Why can I not remember? I can never remember what these fucking beetles are. I know they're like in the north, so I'm pretty sure. Or am I crazy? Because this is the area for the Ulons. Aren't they over here? I think I feel like they're with these guys. I'm crazy. Because this is the Popo thing. I don't know. I can never remember where these fucking rhino beetles are. Where are they? Because this is the area for these fuckers. There they are. Okay, and then the last guy is this. There are these guys up here. And that, after we kill these last few guys, that is where we are going to call the stream for today. We did get a decent amount done. Obviously, Paladin is now 100. Astrologian is 95. And so it is reset day tomorrow. So we will probably be using the majority of the day to basically focus on the Wondrous Tales, and then see what happens there. And there we go. Victory is ours. And the end. So yeah. That takes care of that. And like I said, that's what we're going to call it for today. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed, like I said. And I will see you guys in the next one. But on